And that 18,310 active listings is the most since September of 2018. And that's great news for a lot of you buyers out there. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for tuning in. The Northwest MLS just came out with its numbers, its data for the month of May. And it really is not too surprising if you've been following the trends here in Seattle, in the state of Washington. You know, a couple of months ago, you might recall I tied in the current trend of increased inventory with a song from Motley Crue, Same Old Situation. Well, for May, I'm gonna tie it in with another song from a very talented young singer I heard on KXP last year. Her name is Caroline Rose. And the name of the song, you gotta look into this girl. She's a very talented singer. Her song is More of the Same. We continue to see more and more inventory being injected into the market, which is great news for a lot of the buyers out there. In fact, we saw 18,000, or right now rather, we have 18,310 active listings in the Northwest MLS. Northwest MLS makes up of 26 of 39 counties in the state of Washington. And that 18,310 active listings is the most since September of 2018. And that's great news for a lot of you buyers out there, even those that might be a little bit scared because we are close to 7% in mortgage rates at this moment. So I understand. But another piece of good news for buyers that we saw in the data for May was the fact that the median sales price is actually down 1% from previous May, or May of 2024. May of 2025, the median sales price for residential and condos combined, $654,995,000. 12 months prior, that number was $660,000. And in fact, if we just go back the month prior, April 2025, compared to May 2025, there was only a slight increase, almost 1% in the median sales price, again, for residential and condos. Remember, I told you a $654,995 for the month of May, the median sales price. Well, in the month of April, that number was $650. So it's just a slight increase. And remember, guys, we're right now the hottest time of the year in real estate, as we're only, 2 weeks away from summer. We're still in the spring period. This is a hot market and only increased by $5,000. How did Seattle, King County, and the rest of the areas fare in the month of May? Well, I'm going to give you that right now, including a great area of Seattle or King County that if you are priced out, and I know a lot of you guys are out of King County, this would be the area with the lowest median sales price in the entire King County. Before I show you those numbers, guys, thanks so much for tuning in once again. My name is Julian Gonzalez, and I'm a real estate broker with RSVP Brokers ERA here in beautiful Seattle, Washington. Greatly appreciate you liking, subscribing, and turning on notifications for this channel. Turning on notifications that way. Anyway, anytime I upload a video, it might be that one video that might help you make, I hope so, help you make some kind of decision when it comes to real estate. So let's dive into the numbers right now. Let's start off, as I always do, with King County. These are numbers for King County, and basically it follows the same trend as it has for the entire Northwest MLS. As we were looking at the new listings, and again, guys, just in case, we're doing residential only. I'll have the condo numbers for on Tuesday, so tune in on Tuesday if you're looking more for more affordable market, the condo market. I'll have those on Tuesday. And again, we're comparing 2024 May to 2025 May. Okay, so we look at the new listings, again, an increase of more inventory, which is the great news for you buyers out there. An increase in May of 24%. In the month prior, of course, April, I didn't forget that. That number was at an increase of 25% of new listings. So sellers are out there, but buyers are hesitating. I don't know about the 7%. It's too high. Let's see what the market, don't time the market, guys, because if you can time it really well, I want to buy stocks from you, okay? The other number that stands out is a closed. This was negative 16 in the month of April. It was -2. So we're seeing more and more people with hesitation. It's going to be interesting to see. When I say -16, what the numbers are going to be for June. see where everybody is situated right now, what the feelings are about the not only the market, obviously rates, the current environment with tariffs, whatever it may be. So it's going to be interesting to see. Median sales price $995, so around your $1 million. The month prior was $1,040,000. And we saw a decrease. Remember I told you we saw a decrease from the year prior for the entire Northwest MLS. Well, King County is no different. We saw a decrease of almost minus 2.5%. Again, inventory of home sales, an increase of 62% in King County. And the month prior was 72%. And month supply of inventory, we see 2.8, whereas the month before was 2.0. And again, remember guys, these numbers are reflecting a time of the year, right? These are seasonal. We're seeing the pattern, even though we're seeing more buyers join the market, but it also has to do, like I said, because of the time of year we're in. Now, let's move on to Snohomish County. Numbers reflecting the same patterns that we've been seeing since the start of the year. Again, the inventory and following, almost mimicking the same as King County. An increase in new listings by as much as 17%. Month prior, that was 15%. Median sales price, or you know what? Let me go back here. Days on market, 18 days on market, right? From the second, from the moment that it hits the market to closing, 18 days on market. The month prior was also 18. It was plus 29% for the previous year, increase of 39%. So that kind of shows us that there's more homes, obviously, that are staying in the market as buyers are very hesitant. Looking at right now, also inventory, an increase of 47% from 12 months prior, and the month prior was 65%. Month supply of inventory, 2.1. The month before, 1.5 rather. Did I say 2.1%? No, or did I? No, I meant 2.1 months worth of inventory. Again, if you're just joining us for the first time, what does it mean, Julian? Well, that means that if you were to sell all the inventory, active listings in Snohomish County, it would take 2.1 months. A lot of experts say should be a healthy market, 4 to 6 months worth of inventory. Now, take you out to the Seattle area. This is what the Northwest MLS considers to be the Seattle market. Takes you up here again to Lake City, Magnolia, White Center, West Seattle, blah, blah, blah. Here's blah, 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 because I know if you guys watch my channel, you guys will know, yeah, I know exactly what Seattle is, but it's important to see how the numbers are divided by the Northwest MLS. It's a good way to gauge how one area is doing against the other. Here are the numbers for Seattle. Yes, it's still a little whopping, but again, remember guys, this is residential, all right? For the month of May, $1,010,650,000, an increase of 4 or almost 5%. The month prior, this number was at $1,025,000. So again, like I said at the top of the video, throughout the Northwest MLS, you're just seeing a slight increase, right? From one month to another, April to May. I get the feeling we're gonna probably see the same thing when they come out with the June numbers. Active sold, as you can see right here, an increase, decrease. Look how about this. This is a big number right here because a decrease of almost 19% from the 12 months prior. When you look at April, that was an increase of 6%. So for whatever reason, again, buyers have their reasons for doing it. You saw more activity from 12 months prior in the month of April. Inventory 2.51 months worth of inventory in April. That number was at 1.77. Again, just showing the hesitation of a lot of buyers that don't want to play let's make a deal for right now. And I'm going to get to that let's make a deal phrase in just a short bit. Now let's take you out to the east side. Again, starts on the eastern shore of Lake Washington. Gotta get my geography there for a second. All the way out towards Highway 2 as you're going towards Leavenworth. Check out the numbers for the east side. 1,633,500. That number, and again, it's decreased year over year. as much as almost negative 4% or minus 4%. And the month prior, this number was at 1.697500. Again, showing the same trends of hesitation of buyers. Active listings, you do see an increase, as we all know, of as much as 103% of total inventory. The month prior is an increase of 125,000. I think a lot of sellers, if you're seeing a lot less now than we did in April, I think a lot of sellers are probably like, get all enthusiastic, hey, it's spring. And then some of the sellers that wanted to hesitate a little bit, they're like, we're not seeing a lot of inventory homes being sold, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. And I get it, for whatever reason. Again, sellers also try to see when the time, like buyers, is when the best time to sell, like buyers, when the best time to buy, when is the best time to get themselves their own good deal. And in this case, obviously, make the most amount of money. See, amount of inventory sold minus 18%. Right there, inventory is 2.72. The month prior, 1.99. Now, I know a lot of you guys, I mentioned earlier, a lot of you guys are priced out. You want to live in King County because whether you live or work rather at Amazon, Microsoft, wherever it may be, you want to be closer to downtown on the west side of the lake, looking for the most affordable area in King County. Well, look to the southeast corner of King County, an area that, well, I think when I show you, you guys are not going to be too shocked, but there are some areas that you would be shocked if you drove by. So the area with the lowest median sales price in King County would be all the way down here. This is area 310, guys. This is Auburn. Here's downtown Seattle. Drive down to Auburn, obviously the 167. Yeah, the 167. It takes you right there, Auburn. I've been to that area before. I have a lot of clients that like that area because, again, it's just more affordable. There are areas of Auburn, because some people are not totally enamored. I mean, I'm telling you the truth. A lot of people are like, Auburn now, it might be the distance, whatever it may be. They're kind of like that, but I'll tell you, there's an area I'm going to show you in just a bit that I think, well, forget it. I'll just tell you right now. If you go to the south side, here's Auburn, and right here is Pacific, and the other one's Alcona. I always forget the name. Alcona right here. There's an area right here called Lakeland Hills. Took one of my clients out of curiosity, drive up the hill, and poof, I go, this is not Auburn. This is not, areas that a lot of people kind of shy away from. Homes in the 1 million range, from 800, beautiful condos, areas to just hang out, restaurants. Guys, seriously, if you have nothing to do this weekend or whatever time, take a drive up to that area right there, Lakeland Hills. I bet you'd be very surprised. So let's take a look at numbers for the area of Auburn, 310. Median sales price, this is the lowest median sales price, again, like I said, for King County, $590,000, and this is just residential. That's a decrease from the previous year by as much as 3%. Again, following that same trend that we've been talking about. Active listings, 152. They had a huge jump also the month prior. Pending sales, I'm repeating myself, right? More of the same, like the song I just said by Christine Rose. And a decrease in sold, and amount of inventory, 2.92, which is getting close to 3. That's actually pretty good, guys, compared to what you see in other areas. Guys, if you could afford it, it might be a good time to, if you're a buyer, to really start looking now, right? Because now in 2 weeks, summer's gonna be here, and then that's when your competition, if they're not looking right now, they're gonna look even less because everybody's got summer plans. So get out there and try to get concessions from some of the sellers out there that have been holding on to their property for the longest of time, especially those that, listed their house too high. Now you could ask, good time to get out there and ask for concessions. I've gotten roofs. Just did one last month. Got a roof and got the seller to pay closing costs for my buyers because they were very, very desperate, guys. Get out there and good luck, and don't lose hope, because the house you're supposed to be in is out there for you. Take care.